Hi guys, welcome to my Star Wars Battlefront 2 reveal video. We're probably going to get a load of bullshit. We're probably going to get a load of pretty fight scenes that are just made with the in-game engine. I haven't actually watched it yet, so we're going to watch it live and see what it's all about. But I'm pretty much sure that it's just going to be stage one of the hype machine to get everybody to pre-order it by showing something that you're not going to get in the actual game, as do every other reveal trailer out there. So without further ado guys, let us see. PlayStation logo, f*** off. There you go.
I've waited 30 years for this.
Contrived story.
I still remember my last orders.
What was them? Pre-order the game.
The day the real war began.
The rebellion cannot be allowed to persist.
We weren't expecting special forces. That's the point, Sergeant.
Oh, nice.
Impossible.
It's all very pretty.
Commander, what do we do now?
We avenge our Emperor.
Resistance. Rebellion. You will burn these ideas away.
Hope cannot save them.
So much bullshit. Fight for the galaxy. Yeah. Wow. Ah, no, not him. That's just ruined it. Yeah. Pre-order. Yeah. So there you go, guys. Just as we suspected, it's got a load of in-game footage that isn't in-game footage, that is just made with the engine. And do you know what pisses me off about this? It's they are using a name of a game that is nothing like this to try and sell this game. Star Wars Battlefront was nothing like this, the original, and it was so much better. It was so much better. It was a game with meaning, with good level design, that really was a fun to play in multiplayer. This is kind of a mess. I don't know if they've learned anything from the first one. I really hope they have. We won't know yet, because this is just kind of nothing. It's just a cinematic reveal to tell people to go and buy it. And if you go and pre-order this, you're an idiot, unless you of course loved the last one, and I can't see why you would love the last one. It was just tripe, the last one. What we need in the Star Wars universe is a really meaningful multiplayer and single player game. When you watch the classic Star Wars films, I'm not talking about the new wanky ones from Disney, they're just fucking awful. I watched Rogue One the other day and I learned something new about the whole of Star Wars. I've learned something that Yoda, Luke Skywalker, Ben Kenobi, Qui-Gon, Darth Vader, these people are shit. We all thought they were all powerful using the Force, whether it be the dark side or the good side of the Force. No. What we've learned with Rogue One is the most powerful Jedi ever who isn't a Jedi is a blind man with a walking stick, because he can take out more fucking enemies with a walking stick than any other Jedi or Sith Lord in the history of the Star Wars films. This guy can walk through a hail of bullets and not be shot. He can shoot down fucking TIE fighters with a bow and arrow. I mean, what the fuck? where we need to go with Star Wars is we need to go back. We need to go back and look at what made these games great. We need maps with meaning, maps with strategy. We need game modes with strategy. We don't just want a big open map where everybody's just running around pew pew and you don't know whether the enemy's in front of you, behind you, the side of you, above you, below you. It's just they're coming at you from all angles. There's no sense of battle lines being drawn. It's just a big mess of people running around dressed up as stormtroopers or Rebel Alliance, and then you have this total overpowered Darth Vader character that comes in at a certain point, and a Luke Skywalker and a Han Solo and a princess. It's just tripe. It's kind of like kiddie game. It's a kiddie game again. You know, like there's Darth Vader. It's just shit. If you go back and you play Jedi Alliance, any of them Jedi Alliance games or Jedi Knight games, they are just so good. You have this guy with the lightsaber and all the force powers, whether they're good or bad, and you can run around and have proper fights, lightsaber fights. Why can't we have that? Why can't we have that as a class in these games? Why do we have to have it as a special character? Why can't we have Jedi classes where you run around with a lightsaber and you don't have a blaster? I'm not talking about having a class as overpowered as it was in the first one, but how about if you had like a Jedi class, and if you were firing straight at him, he's going to deflect everything, but if there's someone shooting him at the side, it's going to take him down. The big classes in the first one were just like bullet sponges. You could shoot them all day and it would take ages to kill them, which was bullshit. If Luke Skywalker gets shot in the back in a Star Wars film, he's going down. Whether it doesn't matter about the Force, he's going down, and that's the way it should be. But you know, give them lightsabers and not blasters, and give some people blasters and not lightsabers, so you have a good mix and match on the battlefield, and maybe have the Jedis or the Sith much better in close quarters inside buildings and things, but really bad outside. It adds a whole new sense of strategy to the actual game. You know, we need to really redesign these games properly instead of just making it eye candy. I remember the first time I went into the new Star Wars Battlefront, it was an amazing experience I had for 10 minutes when I felt like I was on the set of a Star Wars movie, and I was TIE fighters firing X-wings in the sky. There was an AT-AT coming over there, or an AT-AT, whatever you want to call them, and I was a stormtrooper. It was just so amazing until after about, I don't know, 30 minutes, when I realised the battlefield was just a giant mess of pew-pew, and it was just, what the f*** is this shite? Oh, bell sounded a bit. So I'm hoping that they've learnt all the lessons from the first one, but I know they won't have learnt any, because all the yes men, 9 out of 10, and it sold huge on the consoles because of all the people going whoop whoop on their streams and going, wow, this is awesome, man, this is sick, sick, sick. You know, you get all that, and so everybody buys it and buys into it, and then buys all the DLCs and the t-shirts and the hats and the stupid fucking earmuffs, and before you know it, it's made billions. And so what do they do? What do they do? Hey, make it again, make it again, make it again, just a different map, have Chewbacca go, nah, you know, and just they sell it and everybody buys it, and that's the end. That's it. There's no innovation anymore. There's no really design of maps intricately. It's just kind of like snow there, trench, building, door, AT-AT there, X-wing there, TIE fighter there, Darthy there, Hani there, stormtroopers there, rebels there. Next, forest there, Ewok there, X-wing there, door there, building there. Next, the scrapyard. Next, that one there, just there, that'll do. You know, that's kind of the impression that I get of how the last one was put together. Very little thought, very little design. It was just nothing to it, just a big bloody mess, because people tend to just get so carried away with hype now. The game is all about hype. Do you know something? I think when these games is conceived, I think the vast majority of the talking is about how do we get these idiots to give us their money. And they are idiots. I think these are all fucking idiots. The people who pre-order these kind of games based off cinematic movies, and you just deserve everything you get. You really do. You got to stop it. You got to choke these bastards for their money. You've got to absolutely hit them where it hurts, right in the wallet, and say, no, we're not falling for this again. We're not falling for this again. You want us to pre-order this? F you. I'm not pre-ordering anything. I'm going to sit here, and then when the game's released, I'm not buying it. I'm going to read at least 5 or 6 reviews. I'm going to watch a couple of streams, and then I'm going to make my decision, and it's probably going to be a no. That's what everybody should do, and if everybody did that, the gaming industry would change overnight. It really would, because they'd be starved of cash. They would be forced to get off their lazy bloody arses and deliver some really innovative, good, well-designed games, instead of just churning out shit after shit after shit after shit, which is what they're going to do with this. And well, I'm saying what they're going to do with this, I don't know yet, but you know, let's be honest here, guys. We know what's coming, don't we? Don't we? It's going to be the same as the last one with different maps. Let's be honest. Might have a bit more going off in space, but the space battles were terrible anyway. The controls of the X-Wings and the TIE Fighters were absolutely abysmal. I can go back to Battlefield 1942 and say, hey, the Spitfires and the Lancaster Bombers were way better controls with a mouse and keyboard than the bloody X-Wings and TIE Fighters are. It's laughable. So I'm not stoked, I'm not hyped, I'm just kind of sitting here waiting for it with me bell. I'm waiting for it, and I know what's coming, and it's sad that I know what's coming, but that's the way the gaming industry is now, guys. Pre-order at your own risk.